I thought better of it.
I'm trying to think if a kid has ever done a good. I'm trying to think if a kid has ever actually give good voice acting. Oh, Jesus.
There have been a few of them.
I'm sure there
I mean,
are.
I can't remember the names, but I can probably think of a few if I have time.
Oh man, I'm just thinking about that 200 XP still. It's hard to shake off the salt in the morning this early.
I awarded everyone that was here.
Yeah,
I
200
know.
XP, and I still haven't leveled up.
Well, I know.
It's like,
It's 300
it's like
level 1. I mean, level 2.
Yeah, I know. If only it was 100 more and I'd be level 2.
it's like the only thing I'm trying to do is get to level fucking 3. And it's like, oh god.
Well, the
This
threat
is-
was XP balanced, so I just divided what the XP total was by the number of people that were there. So, no drawback for having died.
Everyone's here. Yeah.
Turtle John.
Mm,
Kids have shitty voices. 2017.
what? Okay.
Alright, so does somebody want to recap what happened last actual session and not the one off?
I think. Alright, so Bree died through the magical bullshit of fighting, like, a story arc that we apparently couldn't handle. I'm seriously weirded out we couldn't handle that fight, but it's like, at the same time, we fought to the tooth and nail to end that thing. I think our pack tactics are wrong. Anyway, so, what are the names? Does anybody remember the name of Merrick's sister or whatever it was?
Something Hillwalker.
Yeah, so something Hillwalker came in with what's Bree's other character? So this is the problem of going 2 weeks. I actually forget everything that happened, like detail wise.
Cass.
Anyway, so something Hillwalker and generic fighter person, which I'm pretty sure wasn't even a fighter, came in to kick our ass, and they deservedly pretty much did, to the point where they killed the original, or the current player character of Jazzy, and so Bree's dead. Everybody got kicked on their ass. We were in the middle of a giant, unknown, citywide panic or issue, which turned out to be, just located or isolated in one area. Then we managed to go to the back to the house or the base. Then we managed to putz it up over there a little while, trying to convince Kix to fight a giant troll, was it a troll? Yeah, it was a troll. And we did not.
Troll lurking in our basement, nonetheless.
After that, we just kind of putzed around town, trying to figure out what to do, getting completely, just irrehensibly, just completely worried that we're just going to get destroyed out in the middle of a street because we were 3 schmucks and I was level 1, and you have that level 1 fear of dying instantly thing going on, and I still have that now. But, whatever. Anyway, so after that, we just kind of we kind of buried Bree, and I spent time selling some stuff so I could get some money so I could start upgrading everyone's equipment, or at least getting magic items. Then Ayana went back to go fight the champion, which I'm certain that she's going to attempt to do again this session if the chance arrives. And she lost. The end.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little less ready to recap the whole thing. I gave it my best.
And y'all were watching the fight, right?
I think Ayana actually went entirely alone.
Yeah, me and Kix Flynn and Kix did not go to the fight. They were too busy burying a fellow member's body.
Did you not? I thought you made it a point to actually bury the body and then go to the fight after the fact.
No, it took too long, I think, and that's what we started stating. Again, I remember vividly. The one thing I remember vividly every time I come back to remember this is what concerns I had, and my number one concern was staying away from the bar that last my character died.
Because you're literally sitting on the edge of the pit watching the fight on the map.
Oh, we just had our characters there, our character tokens there, because they were already on the map, so that we could see the action.
Gotta ghost the action.
We're there in spirit, not in flesh.
I was pretty sure you were there, but whatever. Well, then what are you two doing right now?
I think we're still at the grave, just waiting. Well, I'm waiting. Kix is, I don't know, giving Ayana Breeze his best wishes.
I think that may have been Kix's last location.
I mean, you guys have been doing that for hours now, so I'm asking, what are you doing now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we know where Ayana is. I think unless she told us.
I would have told you.
Okay.
Kix's plan may have been to head back to the base and see if Ayana has arrived again.
Yeah. That's probably
Because last Kix knew, she was diving into the lake to go exploring or help people.
Oh yeah, that's right. We would have no idea where the fuck she is because she would be in the lake. Because she never came back to us to tell us about that shit. I forgot that Ayana just spent doing a 3-year task.
Yelp.
Or like at least a stupid ass long task. There's a reason why campaigns don't take place underwater. There's so much fucking water in the world.
7 out of 10, too much water.
Yeah.
Alright. I'd probably head back to the base after I woke up from getting fucking thrashed.
So we've probably been sitting at the base waiting a while. So talking to Kix in the
Well,
base.
no, you wouldn't get back to the base just yet.
Okay.
First, you're gonna get ambushed
No, I mean,
Yeah, more assassins.
by 30 of those guys that killed. Whoa.
you say that, but
No. First, you'll lead them to us, and then we'll get caught in the battle and die too with you.
I mean, y'all have been sitting out there side of the lake, observing the gravesite that Kix dug up, and then you delivered the gravestone to. And you make your way back to the into Trade Town, and then Ayana has a couple hours of sleep forcibly put upon her.
I took a nap.
Another jerk nap. Inflicted by your personal masseuse,
You know?
champion of the fight pit.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, I mean, you coincidentally both start making your way back to the base for your own reasons, evidently, because neither of you communicated this to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But around about the same time. And as you can see on the map, the base is in that one place where you all know it to be. But while you're hiking your way through the town, you can hear this loud series of screams, like a crowd either cheering or jeering or reeling in shock. It's hard to tell, there's so many different voices that you can hear.
and every race is speaking a different language. Which
Well, it's not.
means it's-
You don't usually scream in a language. It's just, that's what I'm saying. It's not a vocal, like, I'm talking kind of scream. It's a kind of scream.
You'd be surprised stuff. But yeah, I get your point. So, is that Ayana or is that everybody hearing that?
That's what I'm saying, is everybody.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go check that out.
Kix, you want to go check that out, or you want to head back to the? I don't know how you're feeling right now.
Well, as long as we're here.
All right, let's investigate the big fucking hoopla.
Alright. As you three are making your way towards the base, you hear this, the scream, or the series of voices raised in a non-verbal collective confusion, fear, etc.
So
And
it's here now.
you, as you're passing by a low stone wall that separates the buildings into an alleyway, you see a small group, well, small to largest group of people forming around it, looking down it, and peering past them, you can see a dead warrior laying on the ground, clad in a bodysuit of jet black chainmail. And these people just seem to be gathering around, gawking at the sight of just this dead body. And by the way, Rare and Digital, your characters are amongst those in the group, forming around to look at this thing.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
Can I spot somebody else in the crowd with black chainmail? Can I look around?
Are you asking if there's anybody in the crowd that has black chainmail as well?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not asking the crowd. I think he's attempting to look. If that's what
I
you
mean,
meant.
either you can make a perception or investigation, depending on which one you want to make. Okay. No, you don't see anybody else in the crowd wearing black armor.
Alright, I'm gonna prep for an ambush just in case, though.
Let's see. 18 perception, though.
That's weird.
Do you get any closer to the body, investigate that area at all, or are you just looking around the crowd?
I'll try and get as close as I can and try and look around, but...
Well, I mean, no one's going to stop you. There's no one. There doesn't seem to be anybody of any legal authority. You recognize the guards on site. None of these people look like guards. They're just like passers-by.
So
at
it
all.
would be
They're all-
more or less.
They're rubberneckers, basically. Like, if I was driving downtown, I saw a car crash, these people just didn't slow down, they stopped.
Is it just one guy in black chainmail?
Yes.
Look
you
at
see
him
that the,
see if he was shot or something.
you see the area around the body is scuffed with signs of a, looks like what you would consider a careening complex duel of some sort. Like foot scuffs, sword marks, that sort of thing. Let's see.
Seems like someone was hitting critical one or failures.
You see he's, aside from his armor, clothing, and he has an empty scabbard on his side. He apparently has no possessions on him that you can see. Yeah, that's about all you get from an 18 perception.
Let's see. I'm just gonna. So, Flynn and Cakes are also in the crowd, right?
Yup.
So I'm just gonna scan the crowd for individuals who's suspicious and/or would catch my eye. I'm literally doing this just so I can see Ayana and get the group back together.
You want to make your roll?
No.
As I said, Merrick and Doverim are also technically in this crowd.
Yeah, I'm just sitting on my horse looking over at the dead body.
You brought your horse into this far into town? I mean, that's probable. I don't know what the etiquette on bringing horses into town is. It's just
I'm a halfling. I need to hide.
Well, there's plenty of riding dogs all over.
Well, riding dogs make sense. They're just fucking dogs. But horses are large, pretty big creatures. Are they large or are they just medium?
Well, I mean, it's not like it's Baldur's
Medium.
Gate where you suddenly have, like, steep, precipitous brick paths that you just have to hire porters to carry stuff up.
Anyway,
It's a medium horse.
oh jeez, I can fucking see into the goddamn reality. Activate super cat vision.
He's Deadpool. Activate the fourth wall.
Alright, when you're perusing the crowd, trying to find someone suspicious looking or whatever you think might stand out, you almost instantly lock eyes with this human. I don't know how to describe him. He looks like a beggar, basically. Like he's looking to the crowd kind of the same way that you are, but you instantly lock eyes with him as he's staring at you at the same time. And the moment you do that, he kind of starts slipping through the crowd in your direction.
Can I point out and say, wait, that man's suspicious.
Like,
He's running away after I caught his eyes.
no, he's not slinking away from you. He's slinking towards you. Imagine Igor from Frankenstein, but without the hunchback.
Look out! It's a freakazoid.
What up?
Anyway, Kix. So that man's suspicious. He's running away after my eyes locked eyes.
He's coming closer.
Wait, is he coming closer?
Yes, as
It's
I
like a
said
little wave
twice. I corrected you the first time.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my shield so that I can't get completely fucked.
This is basically in the middle of the crowd, and he's just kind of approaching. He's not weapons drawn or anything.
No, he has empty palms.
Yeah,
Again,
there
he
you go.
doesn't look to be wearing armor of any sort, as I've described. He looks like a beggar.
You know, as a group that has had a monk, fuck they call, yeah, whatever, a monk in our group. I mean, it's not possible that just get fucked is in this group right now. I mean, in this attack right now. Whatever.
Well, he sees you draw out your shield, and he raises his hands and almost recoils a bit,
it's just a
well,
shield.
But without you look like you're girding for a fight if you're drawing a shield in the middle of a crowd. So he just, without missing a step, he sidesteps over and starts moving towards Kix instead, because he sees you regard Kix, and Kix doesn't have any weapons drawn, right?
Sorry,
Kix tries to put a hand on you and just goes, "It's okay, my assassin senses aren't tingling
I'm
enough."
sorry, I'm a coward. I can't do it. I just don't like fucking dying. Sorry.
Hey, I never said you weren't wrong.
But yeah, he sidesteps towards Kix instead. It is a grisly sight, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Man, just look at the lacerations there. It looks nasty.
Don't know. Didn't get that close a look. I was only here for when it happened.
Oh, you were here when it happened.
Yes.
Oh man, give me the details. This looks like a great fight.
Oh, I could, and they'd be interesting. Very interesting details, too. And he, holds out a hand like he's expecting some sort of...
Oh, wait, I have this. I'm gonna hand him. Let's see. What's the tipping rate for beggars to get information? I always forget.
Kix will give a gold.
I'll give him 15 gold. No, I'll give him 10 gold. I tip generously, though.
Okay, well, at first he looks very disappointed in Kix when Kix puts a single gold piece in his hand. He's like, oh.
Fuck that shit. Take this.
And yeah, he beams towards Flynn. He looks down at the shield again, but he's back at the 10 gold. Okay. You see, there were two of them. Obviously, he didn't stab himself. There was the dead guy here, and a woman with a skinny jeweled sword. He used to have a silver blade. I remember that. It looked very expensive. They were moving so fast it was hard to even watch. Yeah, in the end, it looked like she barely even touched him. He just kind of tapped him in the side with his sword, and he staggered. Before he fell, though, I saw him stumble over towards a well over there. Dropped his sword into it. That seemed to anger that woman, but before she could finish, this whole crowd thing happened, I thought I could get rich, but everybody showed up here, but hey, it's at least 11 gold pieces. I've made out well. Well, she ran off anyways, and as I said, he threw his sword down the well for some reason. Seemed kind of crazy to do since, dying and all.
They didn't say anything to each other, did they?
I didn't get close enough to hear if they did. Not girded for war like you seem to be, shield man.
You'd be guarded too if you had the day I had. We had someone die in our crew.
Most tragic.
I don't know. I didn't know her. Sorry, Kix. I'm seriously having a hard time.
None taken.
I mean, she looked like she wanted to go after the sword, but when everybody showed up, she just ran off towards the east. I didn't recognize her.
But hey, fancy sword sounds expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe we could recoup a few costs here.
That, or at least we can get a new idea of what to do next.
Man, where's Ayana? I'd throw her right down the well right now to get it.
I'm right next to you, Genius.
Whoa! When'd you get here? You snuck up on me.
Oh, how did Ayana actually see us or whatever? You know what? We're bringing.
Ayana's been in the crowd. Someone spotted Ayana at some point.
7 foot
Like
tall.
the idea of Ayana just like ghosting up and not saying anything
I just.
this entire time.
A 7 foot tall Tabaxi's good enough reason to be able to fucking be spotted out in the crowd. But, oh jeez, who the fuck died in the background, by the way?
Oh my god.
Anyway, down the well seems like it could be useful if someone had activate climb speed. Wink, wink. Although I'd have to actually investigate to see if the well's decrepit or not, because that's going to determine whether or not it's easy enough to get down there. And of course, it would always be easier if I had a rope. And I do have rope, so I could have Ayana use her strength to carry me down. Anyway, let's just go take a look at the well.
And the rest of the episode turns into everybody trying to save Flynn from the well.
It's like, we don't know what the fuck's at the bottom. Again, this is a world in which you could just fucking walk through a door and everybody gets fucked instantly because...
This is also a well in the middle of a city.
Just to say, this is a fantasy game, so literally the well could be anything. You could be rescued from the well because you fell down and broke your legs. The well could be a mimic. I mean, anything could happen.
It turns
Is
out
the
to be an
well
oil
mimic?
well and someone lights
Is
it on
Is
fire.
it a mimic? Oh god, I'd be scared.
I'm just saying, the well could literally be anything. It could be a portal to another dimension. It could be
Could be,
fucking anything. This is a game where opening a door is a risk.
you could be anything, including the most fearful, a fucking shitty reference to some stupid other show.
Anything
Could
could
be
be in the
anything.
well. Could be a
mystery
boat.
box.
Oh, I jumped a step there, Kix. Beat you to it.
Could be
Anything could be in the
portal.
box.
You
Could
did.
be a boat.
Well, let's go investigate the well. Walking up to the well.
Okay.
Well.
Actually, just one last thing. I'd like to thank the what's his name, the beggar, with another 4 gold to make it evened up to a 15.
Oh, here.
Oh, it's 16 now.
No, 4. You gave him 1, and then I gave him 4.
No,
more,
don't
so
correct
it's not-
Kix. Now bad math is one of his things.
Uh,
Yeah, no, his eyes go wide. He just like slinks off, like he almost runs out of there. Like, this is getting too good. Stick around too long, I'm gonna lose everything.
honestly,
Next
I
time you
don't
wait until he
blame
holds you
him.
a knife point.
I honestly don't blame him for slinking off because 15 gold and being a beggar kind of makes you level 1 asshole target.
I want to look down the well and see how deep it is.
Do you have dark vision?
I have 120 feet of dark vision.
Okay, that's good.
And magical and non-magical darkness.
Well, you can see that the water starts like 20 feet down. It's very hard to see past that since the water itself makes the bottom practically invisible.
I mean, Ayana, you want to go? I don't know who would be better suited because Ayana has the strength.
I can
Kix is
also
the
breathe
smallest-
underwater. I'm a fish person. What? What do you mean
Yeah,
would
that's-
be better suited? I'm essentially a merfolk. What? I'm gonna
Well,
jump
hold
in the
on a
well.
second. How big is the well? Is it big enough for Ayana to fit down there? Because we might have to send Gix.
I'm not very big. I'm only 5 foot tall.
Yeah, so description would probably be good at this point.
Yeah, but Gix is a different size category than you.
Yeah.
Question. Being on my horse, would I be able to notice the 3 misfits at the well?
Oh, yeah, because they're walking around in the center of the crowd, basically.
You know, honestly, yeah, oh yeah, that's body.
If
has to
this-
be right next to it.
Yeah, I'm saying, if this was like if this was like one of those cop dramas, there would be like a line of people around the body, but then it'd be like these 3 detectives walking around just talking to one another. So yeah, these guys are just walking around in the middle of the crime scene.
Alright, then I would skirt around on my horse over to the well around the crowd. Be like, anything interesting about this well? Or are you just having a meeting?
I would pocket sand him, but I don't have any on hand. Let's see. Did you have any affiliation with the person with the body?
No, I'm just traveling into town.
Also, real quick,
Oh,
what
good.
languages do you
Yeah.
speak, Merrick?
Wait, yeah, what language do you speak? This might become promptly bad.
Common, halfling, and thieves' camp.
Oh, good, you can't speak shit to us.
Y'all can't speak common?
No. We
Do you
speak
remember when I
Common's
said a
not a
common's
thing.
not a common?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
Take
by
a-
the way,
take
group
Draconic.
common is draconic.
I said you could switch out common for anything.
I didn't remember that. My bad.
You want to offer him the deal? The group deal?
Well, I mean, it still stands. You can switch out common for anything, and they just told you everyone in the group speaks Draconic. So
Yeah, we all have Draconic. We all later swapped out, so we wouldn't.
We're all in the middle of the crowd yapping at each other.
Yeah, I mean, the real big issue here is that the group should share the common language for, quick information traveling. And then eventually, once we do leave the town and we point where, yeah, we're stuck and nobody can talk to us, we will just hire a translator from that point.
Alright, then I swapped it out for Draconic.
You can now, you fucking visions of
Magic
dragon
dragon.
enter your runs and be weird. Shrouds.
You know,
Like,
I thought
halfway
coming to
through, I
Trade
just
Town,
had
no
to
one would be
think.
able to speak the language of my people, but it just seems like we keep running into people who can keep doing that.
well, they all happen to be PCs because you haven't run into one person you've spoken Draconic to that hasn't
And
been a
then we
PC.
become friends with all weird people who just happen to know Draconic.
And then they die because slowly the Draconic language dies out too.
Well, Theta, the issue here is that we're not running. Yeah, sure, we're not running into people who speak Draconic, but we have been near people who speak Draconic. But there's a bunch of kobolds running around with.
Hi, Al.
You-
Have you remember that you ran into a trap that you failed because you didn't read Dwarven? So
Yeah, that's true. And I had spoken Dwarven before I swapped it out.
not my fault.
No, it isn't.
You all basically have 2 languages apiece. You could really stretch out your thing if you just coordinated, but y'all never
Well,
did.
I mean, we have Halfling now, and well, Thieves' Cant actually isn't a real language as far as I can tell. It's more or less
It's more gestures.
It's a dialect of whatever other language you're speaking.
Yeah, see, so that's the issue. If you're Thieves'
Basically,
Cant-
you can speak Thieves' Cant in Halfling, and you can speak Thieves' Cant in Draconic now.
Draconic. Yeah, and for whatever, Thieves' Cant is interesting for any real purpose. And now we can, and that's a good thing, because now we can Thieves' Cant our letters if, whatever, you remember the thing that happened where it's trying to send letters anonymously? If that ever happens again, it will be done, because I'm going to be a rogue in a couple of sections.
Or just let me do it.
Or whatever. Anyway, so since you have no